Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a love reading. I feel very cool to do a love reading. Let's see what the messages are, shall we? So we'll start off with the romance and love. I always want to say love and romance. Romance and love oracle. Then we will hit the, Crimson Kiss oracle. And then we'll hit the Angel Hours cards. I don't think they're oracle cards. Don't really know what they are. The right word for them. Cards. Okay, so let's see what the first card is, shall we? The X. Healing from past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. Okay, so someone here could be relatively fresh in the sense of a breakup. You know, you're still in the healing phase. I might put this up on the same day that I did the healing reading. I've just done it. It was the first one of the day. I might, in that case, grab a different oracle deck. We'll see. We'll see. I can always stop and get something if we need to. Okay. Spotlight. All eyes are on you right now. It's your time to shine. So maybe someone here could have somewhat recently had a breakup, and you know the word's getting out that you're now single, and you know, people's eyes are turning to you. Maybe you're going through your post breakup glow up. Please take this as it resonates, and let me know down below in the comment section how this resonates with you. We'll take the Angel Hours card to just see what messages want to come through. If there's anything about, you know, healing and moving forward coming through today. Let's find out, shall we? Or it could just be a number that you see a lot of. Yeah, maybe. 1616, personal growth. Embrace the messages of personal growth and divine guidance that the Angel Hour 1616 brings. Trust in your abilities, prioritize self-care and align with your higher purpose. Allow yourself to grow. Sorry, just make sure that's in focus. Allow yourself to grow. Your angels are with you every step of the way, supporting you and guiding you. Okay, I think that's quite... I'm going to pop it over there. I think that's quite self-explanatory. Yes, you need to grow, you know, you need to heal, and you need to move on from whatever this this heartbreak has been exactly. Whether it's been a long-term relationship, a short-term relationship, there's some healing that needs to take place. So let's use the Crystal Visions Tarot. I've popped my other one away and got this one out for a little while. I don't like to keep all of my cards out because I've got nowhere to store them, you know, on a day-to-day basis. So I swap them out every now and again. Okay. So the first card out is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, you're working through these wounds. The Nine of Wounds is, I don't know where to put that where it's not going to be in the way, is about, you know, healing these wounds that you've accrued over the time, over your life, over the relationship. I want to make sure everything's in. Anyway, let's crack on. So you've got to, you know, pick up one wound at a time, heal it, feel it, heal it, deal with it, move on. So it makes sense that the Nine of Wounds comes out. Yeah, wear them with armour and use them to propel yourself through this personal growth you're going through. Prioritise self-care. What is your higher purpose? What is it that you're getting noticed for? You've got the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is the King of Kings. He is very battled, hardened. In the original tarot, I haven't got that one out. He's got his armour on underneath his clothes, you know, his garments. But there is definitely that sense of making the right moves forward that will help you achieve your next steps in life. I do want to give us a bit more space. Let me do that. Yeah, so it's about making the power moves. Maybe you need to step up at the current time because you've split up at this point. maybe you need to at this time just step into your masculine energy a little bit more to, you know, sort yourself out, protect yourself. Because, you know, just because, you know, just because, you know, all these people are now noticing you because you've become single, which is the feeling I'm getting from these two cards, it doesn't mean you have to, you know, entertain everybody's, what's the word I'm looking for? Advancements. You know, you have to protect yourself and make the right moves for you and put up boundaries where needed. You've got the Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, you are getting noticed. The Six of Wands is, you know, it could be victory, it could be being noticed, being seen for the achievements that you're making. So as you look after yourself and align yourself and allow yourself to grow through this heartbreak, you will definitely start getting noticed. Just be careful with whom you're getting noticed by and how much attention you give them. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. There you are. I think but the Nine of Pentacles is the pre-Empress energy, okay? It's the self-worth, self-value, self-respect, feeling good and confident in your own skin. And I think that is something where you're going to get your achievement, where you're going to get your recognition within yourself. And I think it's coming, because if you're not already there. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how long this has happened. It's going to be relatively recently. It doesn't have to be, you know, only yesterday. It could be a month ago where, you know, you've kind of got through the crying into a glass of red wine every night. You know, you've come past that initial period. You're now in that personal growth period of where you actually start feeling better, looking better, you know, acting better. You know, putting a better version of yourself out into the world rather than the woes me, you know, heartbroken energy. The Empress, pre-Empress energy, and now you got the Empress. So you're going to move on from this feeling better, looking better, projecting better, acting better, to actually birthing this whole new cycle, this purpose, this newness that wants to come in once you let go of the old. And, you know, there's no rush with working through this heartbreak. You know, be patient with yourself, take your time, work on yourself, self-care. If you're halfway through this journey, I think most people tend to know where they are on a breakup journey. You know, if you break up with someone, the first few weeks are always rough, and then there's a couple of weeks or months, you know, everyone's different, where you kind of, you know you're feeling better. You're like, you know, your friends are ringing you and saying, how you doing? You're like, you know what, yeah, I actually do feel better. You know, I know that there's no going back. I know, you know, I'm moving on. I've woken up and I took that next emotional step. You're at that stage, that kind of halfway stage. So if this is resonating with you, fabulous. What comes next is this upgrade, okay? This new cycle, this powerful period of transformation. Now, you know, obviously you can see these two images here are very feminine. It's not the energy, it's not, you know, it's the energy rather than gender. So it's just about feeling better in yourself. And then you've got the World card. Okay, so the World is closing out old cycles, old wounds, working through them and feeling better about the moving on period. Yeah, so you close out these old cycles, the old hurt, so that you can have the new being birthed in. You may end up feeling like you're sitting on top of the world, you know. Maybe you will get a lot more attention than even I'm thinking you're going to get. Maybe you're looking good, or you will really start to look good. I've got flies landing on me everywhere. As you work your way through your healing. Got two cards because, you know, that's how we roll. The Three of Cups. Okay, so yeah, there's celebration here. There's happiness, there's abundance, there's celebration, you know. Yeah, celebrate the steps that you've taken. You know, celebrate your shining. Celebrate your... Sorry, there's a big thing going past. It's a big old tractor. Celebrate your achievements. You know, celebrate your healing. There's nothing wrong with you taking, I don't want to say the initiative, that's not the right word, but taking the time to acknowledge what it is that you've done, how far you've come, and how far you've still got to go. It's okay to stop and take stock. You do also have the death card on the bottom, so there is this rebirth coming. Vita non, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I know I'm not. That means life is not taken, it's transformed. Okay, so there's this newness coming. There's your newness coming. Now, whether that's you, well, I would, if you've watched any of my videos of the Ace of Cups coming out before, normally the first thing I say is fill your own cup. This is where you need to prioritise yourself, okay, in every way, and align yourself with ways that you want to grow, okay? You need to fill your cup because you can't pour from an empty cup. However, also the Ace of Cups also means that you are having a new beginning in romance or just in something that you're gonna love. So maybe moving on from this ex, this person who didn't see your value. I'm not going to presume to know what happened in anybody's relationship, but someone couldn't see someone's value, whether that was you finishing with them or them ending things with you. If it didn't vibe, then, you know, you can't have the new without getting rid of the old. You can't go, have the rebirth without going through the death. So there's this sense of something new. Okay, someone is going to come in, or someone's going to have their eye on you. Like I say, always be careful, especially if there's a lot of people. But they're going to see you for who you are, and you're going to see them for who they are. You know, whichever way, whatever happened in the previous relationship. Just before I go any further with those other two cards that like to come out, we have the Ace of Wands on the beginning, so it could be something very new. A passionate and purposeful new beginning, something you're going to love doing. This doesn't have to be necessarily a new romantic partner coming in or a new romantic cycle beginning, but it could be, or it couldn't, doesn't have to be. But I did just want to point out with the Three of Cups that sometimes it is two's company, three's a crowd. So I don't know if there was a third party involved. I'm just putting that out there because that is sometimes what that card means. Okay, so let's move on to the last two cards. We've got Temperance, okay? So the major arcana that has come out has been some very transformative kind of energy, okay? You've got the birthing of a new cycle. Obviously, we've seen the Death card, which is the death of something, and then the rebirth of something. We've got cycles closing out. We've got you taking the right kind of steps forward. And now we've got the Temperance, which is all about alchemizing, okay? It's pouring the energies out of one area of your life, this toxic, getting stuck in this woe's me kind of energy. I'm not saying that's what you do, but in this wounded warrior kind of, I got hurt, boo-hoo kind of thing. But pouring into, okay, I got hurt, but now how do I look after myself better? How can I stop that happening again? Or maybe you hurt someone and it's, you realise that you were the toxic person and you need to deal with that and alchemize that energy and turn it into something positive. I'm not, none of us are angels, and we've all done good things and bad things. Good people do bad things and bad people do good things. So yeah, it's all about alchemizing that energy and using it to be transformative, because all the cards with the transformative energy have got these butterflies on them. Okay, it could be reconciliation. Again, I will always just sort of point out if there is some other meaning to the card, but I don't think this is in this reading. But there is definitely a sense of creation, of art, of manipulation, but manipulating energies to align with your higher purpose. And the last card out is the Three of Swords. That's what you're manipulating, okay? You're manipulating that sadness, that upset, that pain, and turning it into a positive. The Three of Swords is about pulling out, so I put it down there, you can't really see it, is about pulling out each sword, each wound, and dealing with it, healing that part of the heart and then moving on to the next one. Okay, let us take a healing card, but let me go find which one because I put them away. Let's do something, oh sorry, a little bit different and use the Healing Spirit Oracle. I would normally pull out the Healing Mantra, but let's do something a little bit different because I think that's what a message that wants to come through is do it differently this time. I don't know who that's for, but if that specifically resonated with you, please pop a comment down below. Do it differently this time, whether that's, you know, how you heal, what you heal, how you prioritize yourself. There's something about do it differently this time. Right, let's see what the message is, shall we? Let's take two. We've got your life plan is unfolding as it should. So yep, just know that this latest setback, this heartbreak, this emotional turmoil that you've been dealing with is part of the plan. It's part of your life's purpose. You know, you have to feel it to understand it, and then, you know, maybe you can alchemize it now or in the future to help other people. You never know. Okay, and the next, well, let's say the last card to close out the reading is don't fear change, embrace it and grow. Perfect way to end this reading. I'm going to leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.